DILLIAN the Body Snatcher White here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Right, if you're here in the UK and you don't like the fact that DILLIAN WHYTE versus Derek Chisora could happen over potentially Luis Ortiz or Dominic Breazeale, etc., you have a right to moan because you're a Sky subscriber and all that kind of thing. You're a fan of British boxing. You have every right, okay? If DILLIAN WHYTE was to take on Luis Ortiz, but you prefer Derek Chisora, again, you have the right, okay? As a boxing fan, we all have the right, especially if we are subscribed to Sky, and that's what we do. We watch, much like with BT, with Frank Warren, with BT Sport, and etc, etc. If certain fights aren't happening and we prefer them to happen, we have every single right to moan about it. So everybody in the UK has that right. And if you're stateside and you are signed up to DAZN, the platform which Matchroom Boxing happens on, again, you have the right to moan. But if you're anti-Eddie Hearn and you're anti-DAZN and you're stateside, I'm never going to buy DAZN, I'm never going to purchase this app for $10 a month. Well, first of all, that's your own hard luck because you're missing out on so much stuff. But second of all, how exactly, even if DILLIAN WHYTE versus Luis Ortiz happens, how are you going to watch it exactly? If you're refusing to sign up to DAZN, how are you going to watch DILLIAN WHYTE versus Luis Ortiz? So if you're stateside, you're moaning about the fact that DILLIAN WHYTE versus Luis Ortiz may not happen. Why? Because you want to illegally stream it. So you're contributing nothing to this fight anyway. So therefore, you have zero right to complain. Zero right. If you're not paying not 1 cent towards this fight, then why should Eddie Hearn and DILLIAN WHYTE give you what you want? Because if they make DILLIAN WHYTE versus Luis Ortiz, then you guys are just going to illegally stream it anyway, right? You're not going to be buying the app. So why are you moaning exactly? Eddie Hearn and DILLIAN WHYTE, they won't give us the fight that we want, even though we're not going to pay for it. We're going to illegally stream it. No. Sit back down. Okay, sit back down. If you are signed up with DAZN, then yes, you have every right to complain. Not just about this fight, but any fight. Anything that Eddie Hearn does, you have the right as a consumer to complain about it. But again, let's flip it the other way around as well. People say, well, if DILLIAN WHYTE takes on Luis Ortiz, then he's guaranteed Wilder next. Wrong, wrong, and wrong again. Just because Deontay Wilder says so does not make it so. For a number of reasons. Number one, can you really trust him? No, I don't think he's ever really lived up to anything that he's ever said or promised because he loves his fans. I promise my fans all this kind of thing. It's not about money, it's all about legacy. So that's the first thing, you can't really take his word for it. But second of all, he does not make the decisions. The WBC have said in December they will be calling Deontay Wilder, or whoever the WBC champion is, to fight the mandatory. Currently, the mandatory is Dominic Breazeale. So therefore, the WBC will override what Wilder says anyway. Even if he's serious, even if he really, really wants to fight DILLIAN WHYTE, if he was to beat Luis Ortiz next, even if he really, really wants it, which I don't believe he does, but even if he did, the WBC will override him anyway. It's as simple as that. And don't forget, the WBC now have their main man, Saul Canelo Alvarez, part of DAZN. Do you really think that they're going to be siding with Deontay Wilder now? No, of course not. Of course not. So facts are, yes, as a boxing fan, you have every right to complain about any fight. You can petition, you can do whatever you want, but only if you are able to purchase it. And listen, if DAZN or Sky Sports or whatever it may be is not available in your country, yes, of course, you also have that right, because it's not like you have a choice. But if you're stateside and you're anti-Eddie Hearn and anti-DAZN, where this fight will be on, you have zero right to complain whether or not DILLIAN WHYTE fights Ortiz, Derek Chisora, Dominic Breazeale, or the postman from down the street. You have no right, no say whatsoever. None. None. You shouldn't even be making videos on it. If you are not going to watch this fight in the correct manner, then you have no say on this one. Know your role and be quiet. Everyone else, complain as much as you like. If you're purchasing DAZN, complain all you like. If you're a Sky subscriber, complain all you like. You have every right to do so. Outside of that, no mate, not at all. Drop your thoughts below, click that thumbs up, and of course subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.